Rejoice in hope. Be patient in tribulation. Be constant in prayer. This is what Paul tells us in Romans chapter 12, verse 12. But it's easier said than done. So it's been 6 weeks in lockdown, and most of us are asking if the end is in sight. The truth is, we don't know. What we know for certain is that we have to practice hope. Countless times throughout the Bible, we see examples of people struggling through difficult times, be that exile, execution, rejection, war, or imprisonment. When things are tough, what Paul is telling us here in the book of Romans is to rejoice, be patient, and pray continually. Romans is a key book in the Bible, written by Paul as a letter to the divided church in Rome. The whole book is basically a summary of the good news of the gospel to Jews and Gentiles, the non-Jews, alike living in Rome, in an attempt to unify them. The Jews and Gentiles were experiencing a great culture clash between them about how to live their lives as Christians. The Jews wanted to obey the old laws of the Torah, and they frowned upon the more liberal ideas of the non-Jews making up the other half of the church. In Romans 12:12, Paul has reached the part of the book where he is giving the divided church practical advice on how to unify themselves. They, like us, are being transformed by God's Spirit in love, which here means using our unique gifts to serve one another with humility and forgiveness. One example of this kindness in our community has been from police officers in Plymouth, who I've heard have teamed up with Acts of Kindness UK, a group which allows people to gift a smile using Amazon wish lists just because it's kind, and they've been leaving surprise presents on people's doorsteps. On Twitter, Section Plymouth Response stationed at Crown Hill Police Station said, "So, in between jobs and conducting patrols of areas, we have left these lovely items that were donated to us by people via @UK Acts on doorsteps on random Plymouth City addresses," which is lovely. Shows a lot of hope, just like in Star Wars, for those of you fans. There are a great many sacrifices made by members of the Resistance to obtain the secret Death Star plans so that the evil empire of the First Order can be destroyed at its core. All the individuals fighting for the good of the galaxy are fueled by hope. And impossibly difficult as things get, they hold on to that hope that falls afresh on them with every step that they get closer to winning the battle. In a similar sense, we are fighting both an internal and external battle against coronavirus. We all have to make huge sacrifices, and it's hard to obey the rules, let alone stay sane. That's why we have the guiding and comforting Holy Spirit along the way. Much like what the Force is to a Jedi, the Holy Spirit is what gives us power as Christians. It surrounds us, it penetrates us, and binds the galaxy together. We don't know for certain how long the lockdown will extend for, but we do know that some forms of restriction could be in place until the end of the calendar year, or until a vaccine is found and approved. In this, we need hope. Hope that we will be able to maintain a healthy relationship with those around us and within ourselves, and hope that things will end. We as humans are built for routine, and building one in daily life involving gratitude, regular prayer, and praise of God can help with these things. Setting a time each day to plug into God, listen to worship music, journal, or read the Bible, depending on what time of the day you're most alert, can give you the routine necessary for anchoring yourself in the hope. I was once told that it's within the desert times that we find our true strength in the Lord. For most of us, life is not as exciting and glamorous as it was before, but that doesn't mean it can't be. In quarantine, our mental health suffers, and it can seem very claustrophobic. God has a plan for everyone in this time, and all it takes is for you to stop, pray, and ask for His holy presence to surround you. I challenge you in a quiet place to do this. In Acts, we see the Holy Spirit fall in a powerful way on the disciples and Paul. In John, it says, "Whatever you ask in my name, this I will do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If you ask me anything in my name, I will do it." Therefore, take heart and be refreshed in a new hope.